All right, good morning, everyone. Gap up this morning as apparently the Globe announces stimulus. Okay. What's up, Jake? Sorry, I was trying to poke around the Investors Business Daily, just checking it out, seeing what's up. Tesla up 10%, Dow Jones still shows down 7%, which is not accurate. So the NASDAQ futures last night, you can see here's the end of the day. Ended up going right to the bottom there and bouncing off the lows, and then rallying all the way into this morning. So usually in a bear market, what you get is gap ups. We'll see if these are called gap and craps. You don't have them that often anymore, but we'll see if that's what we're left with this morning. Good old fashioned gap and craps. You can see here on the daily chart. We have what is a day one looking for a follow through day. United Airlines bouncing 7%. Marriott bouncing pretty nicely too. JD.com. Microsoft. What's up, Eli? Tesla 666. Yeah, they're not that bad. They're only 661. Looked really bad yesterday on the daily chart. Look at that. That is a bad candle. Volume wasn't that heavy, which is probably a good thing. What's up, Rob? I made it for the market open. Imagine that. We did get some rain last night. Okay. Rain here in lovely sunny Arizona. All right, SPY. I didn't think it was that wild, Rob. Not personally, at least. I mean, I was watching the NQs talk about our channel. I actually went short on the channel break, like I think I mentioned that to you guys. Maybe, I think it was in the Crypto Power Hour because we hadn't formed the channel quite yet. This is 9 o'clock. Yeah, there was a channel that ended up forming here. I ended up going short on the channel break. I'm still short, so I'm down a little bit. But this is an overnight bounce. I'm not really that impressed by it, to be quite honest with you. So we'll see what happens. Take a look at the Qs. Nice little gap up on the Qs, hitting the small gap from yesterday. We'll see if that gets filled. The extension on the daily here, right here on the way down yesterday. Look at the end of the day volume yesterday, on par with the prior day close, which we finally gap in the opposite direction, fall down, gap in the opposite direction. Welcome to trading futures. You buy into the close move and then it wipes you out the next day. Futures. There's a continuation for you, a little one. So we'll see how this goes, but yeah, like I said, these overnight things I'm not that impressed with, and these are called potentially called gap and craps when you're in a corrective market. Gap ups are expected so they can offload positions as they bring it down. So I'm not, massively hurt. Don't feel too bad about this. Apple gapping up about 4%. See on the let's go to the daily. Daily chart's much more prevalent, much better. to look at than the 2-hour chart, but you get a good feeling for recent price action for the past few days of the 2-hour chart. Actually, this is the 15-minute chart. So nice bounce on the airlines, on Marriott's of about 4%. Actually, towards the top of these ranges, may be an interesting shorting opportunity. Getting up in that area. Amazon up a little bit on the daily chart. We're kind of back in. I'm not sure I want to short a lot of these. I don't mind shorting the directly affected. Your the directly affected stocks, your Marriott's, United Airlines, possibly, depending on how long this Corona outbreak takes. Hold on. Another thing with the whole oil thing coming up, could be looking at shorting some names. Oxy yesterday was down like 50, something like 50%. It was nuts, and it closed well into the lows of the day. Closed way, way down there. Um, I can't say, I can't really attest to what caused this volume at the end, at the excuse me, at the actual end of the day. Whether that was a lot of good buying action or just a massive selling dump, but the volume was just unprecedented. Go to the weekly chart on this thing, and you're probably not going to see anything like it. Keep in mind, yesterday was a Monday, and today's Tuesday, and this is the week. So the volume yesterday, on par with weeks going back years. So it could be a good pickup opportunity, capitulation type of a candle, but it was an initial move, so it's hard to call an initial move capitulation, and the volume prior to that doesn't even hold a candle to it. So I don't know. I think this is a little extended to get into a short, but maybe wait for a bounce in some of these oil names. You can probably take a look at Finviz. I think the oil markets last time I saw was up like 7%, 8% right now. So still well under the $35 level. There's a little ceiling from yesterday. Let's take a look at the general futures markets overall. Copper with a huge bounce. Big green day today, same with natural gas. Yeah, not thinking a short, Jake. Well, the companies themselves may be shortable depending on the price, where the price of oil goes. I mean, this is only it's kind of day one. You really didn't have a chance to react today to yesterday. You had zero chance. It was a gap of massive proportions in the oil market. So, but I mean, look at lumber. Lumber's really taking a hit. But look, I mean, there is a possibility that if the oil markets, don't get to, they really want $50 plus barrel oil, and we're at 35, $37, which is insanely cheap. So getting under 50 is really bad for a lot of U.S. shale companies. At least that was the case last time around. I'm not sure where the cost basis is this time around, but you could make the case that some of these are in shortable positions. Let's keep an eye on it because this was like the most hit yesterday, which is why it's up a tremendous amount today. But you can see it's already that bounce up in this morning is already coming down. So I'm just making a play for individual oil company names, the ones that have the worst fundamentals, the ones that are teetering on the brink. Usually the best ones to short, but if you can find one that's just been beaten into submission, and maybe wait for another shorting opportunity. Healthcare, basic materials. I don't know all their names. Basic materials, independent oil and gas. These are usually good names to short because that's all they do is oil and gas. Refining, probably not so much there, although They did take they have been taking a beating. Price pressures have been all around, but you can see the immediate decline right there on there's was it not OXY? Which one is it? Well, it was OXY. Yeah, OXY. Um, so there's OXY. You can see the third down from the top, actually on the top as well, just straight down. These are the ones that. What's going on with COG straight up? That one's interesting. Anyway, yeah, I think you probably could go in and short a couple of select names. I agree. Stimulus is incoming. Actually, I was trying to go to CNBC for a minute. Let's check it out. Darn it. Um, American / domestic international flights as coronavirus hurts demand. Wow. Russia hints at further talks with Saudi after oil prices crash. Well, that could lift the market. This is one of the stories to talk about. Energy minister has proposed to hold a meeting with Russian oil companies on Wednesday, Reuters reports. What are you going to hold a meeting for? Just send out an email. It's Russia. They're going to do what you say. OPEC ally Russia rejected the additional cuts. Wow. That's crazy. All right, so that's that. Oxy down a couple more percent. Let's take a look at the indexes. Tesla's come down about 4%. They were up 10. SPY. The NASDAQ still holding on pretty decent, actually. Right there. That's not a bad start to the day if you're a bull. Hey, Justin. I'm not sure if you're saying what's up or what's up in the market. Not sure which one you're saying there. I'm assuming it's hello. UAL, Amazon. So I was actually head and shoulders here on that 15-minute chart in the overnight session. Maybe looking for that to break. If that does break, I may enter more of a short. We'll see. Getting some decent news, with interventions and stuff like that. The market loves to be handed money. So that's kind of what's going on here. Yeah, right, Justin. There you go. Ooh, Apple employee in Ireland tests positive. Well, they employ a ton of people, so that's probably not too surprising. Marathon Oil up 16%. That's pretty good. Most active CY up 44%. What's that thing? It's a semiconductor stock. Oh, do they get bought? That looks like a whoa. What the hell is that? That's crazy. They just dropped like a stone. It's like 4 days ago. And then right back up. Must be a buyout. It's a SpaceX takeoff. Yeah, in reverse. Let's go ahead and make that happen. There you go. Now it's a SpaceX takeoff. That looks like a Bitcoin Thursday right there. I'm not sure what that's about. It's up a lot though. Regulator approval. Oh, U.S. clears the takeover. It's very true, Eli. It's very true. Morning, Ethan.
Daddy,
Yeah.
can I watch Netflix?
No. It's what your mom shows.
But I can make it go back. Please.
Sorry, bud. All right.
Can I watch something else?
Oh, there we go. Hold on. Let me get out my big stick. As we cross my little neckline line there. Ah, it hurts my short from yesterday. Look at that. All right, so there's the volume in the 15-minute. We are, I think we're past. Oh, this is delayed. That's why. See, I'm not getting accurate information out of this thing. Delayed. That's what the D stands for. We don't want delayed. I want real time. Just saw your comment, Eli. It's pretty funny. Okay, not gonna see the same. Looks like it's bouncing up a little bit there on the Qs. I gotta get my. I'm gonna load Windows back on one of my hard drives so I can dual boot. Do all my streams from Windows. Yeah, Rob. Yeah, with the SQQQ. Yeah, exactly. Hate to say it. Let's go down to the 1 minute for a little bit. So I think it's probably something like that I was looking at for that shoulder. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Not quite there yet. All right, Amazon. Little gap up. Q's, Microsoft. Let's just add stuff to this list. Let's go to IBD. And they're pushing the IBD 50 more and more to the right. No way that's all 50 stocks. Uh, Justin, I've got a short position on, but other than that, I'm just playing the waiting game. I think the I don't know. It's interesting down here though. The general market drop was really due to oil prices. Had nothing to do with the coronavirus. Um, yeah. So we were here on Friday, and then we opened up Monday, and then just basically collapsed. But our volume on the futures really wasn't that bad. Volume on the Qs were pretty bad. Um, yeah. Right now it looks like we're just waiting for a follow through days essentially. I posted an article in the Slack chat room. And let me pull it up here for you guys because like no one read it. So this basically refers to a follow through day, and this is from IBD. Let's take a look at their chart. So they talked about the 1990. There was a 1990 follow through day. And so on October 18, 1990, the newspapers painted a dark picture. Stores included report that U.S. industrial output in September rose 0.2%, but analysts dismissed it, saying that they saw 6-month weakness ahead. Housing starts fell for an 8-month low, longest slump since 1959. Go away. Um, Ever helpful Congress was contemplating a tax increase. So a series of moves that investors typically don't like, essentially, which is kind of what I don't know. It's not exactly the same parallel, but it's stuff that's not going to kill you, but just stuff that investors don't want to hear. I guess kind of like you know all air travel is going to be suspended eventually, and then oil prices down. So it's just a number of things hitting the market simultaneously. It leads into a correction, and what they end up with is your follow through day here on day 5. So market just goes down. You wait for the low, then you wait for a follow through day. No follow through day through here. You make another new low. Then you have your follow through day, which is really just a tremendous place to get involved in the market. Um, and then from there, it goes on. And they mention the percentages of a rally after the follow through day. Right there, they mention Nasdaq rose 53%. Individual names rising, more than that. Certain ones, Apple up 62%, Microsoft up 671%. May I remind you, the TQQQ being up 53% would have risen probably in these numbers right up there. So TQQQ, ladies and gentlemen. Um, anyway, so yeah, so kind of I'll post this in the chat here in case anyone wants to go take a look a little bit more in depth on that one. But there's an article there. There's an article there about follow through days. Rob saying, I forgot we had a limit order set on Hexo from Friday that filled Monday morning. Oh, okay. Well, the futures don't appear to be bouncing like the Qs are. I wonder what that's about. I know I'm delayed here. I need to get some non-delayed quotes. How do I do that? I guess I go back to E-Trade, stupid platform, which I can't get futures on, so never mind. That's not even going to work. Oh, there we go. Now it's green. All right, so now the market's showing some lift right there and on the futures as well. Trying to get back into the neckline. All right, we'll see how that goes. All right, so we have put some other names on here. We had ServiceNow. It's a little loud, Ethan. What else can we throw up here? New Visa, MasterCard, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft. We have on here already. Look at the HYG. Corporate bond yields. Yeah, I can't imagine they're going to have good days. Not with interest rates where they are right now. I actually heard the 50 or the 10-year went under like 50 basis points. Yeah, look at that, 0.65%. That's nuts. Under 0.5% yesterday morning. That is crazy. Closer and closer to zero. I just don't get it. So there's your yield curve, the difference between it's usually the 10-year and the 30-year. Okay, US 30-year. I'm assuming that's the 10-year. Yeah, that's super low. I don't think I can get a 1% mortgage though. I'm still thinking about mortgages. Look at that 3-year. Look at that, man. This is wow. Up here at 3%, then it's a straight shot, almost a straight shot to zero. So when I finally closed my mortgage up here, and now we've definitely cut that in half. It's crazy. Those the Qs? No, they're not the Qs. Okay, there's the Qs. Hey, loud ass phone. Why are you so loud? Phone's really loud. All right, so Marriott up pretty good actually. That's a nice little outside candle in the 15-minute chart that's developed so far. United Airlines up 6%. That's not too bad. Microsoft. DBX, Zoom.
Are you done yet, Dad?
No. Hair looks great today, bud. You're welcome. You did a good job. You can probably trim the sides up. Should we do that? Not right now, but. Hmm? Then you have to shower. Oh no! I'll remind you that when you want to go jump in the pool when it's 110 degrees outside. Funny why Zoom's not looking so hot. We mentioned it never. Eli, what did you do with your Zoom position? Do you still have this thing? Or did you ever end up ditching it during this kind of thing here? Because it never really got going. Like it moved, but it never started just rallying. The MJ stocks got destroyed though. Speaking of stuff, look up MJ for a minute. There's a little flat base. I believe that's the beginning of the year. This is the beginning of the year. Where's the beginning of the damn year? Oh, that was our New Year's Eve route. and then our our faux our fake rally. And there's coronavirus, just not yeah, right there. Morgan Sachs downgrades Carnival from buy to neutral. Anything Goldman Sachs says to do, I like to do the opposite. So I wonder if it's actually a good time to buy. I don't believe anything Goldman Sachs says. Just like my ex-wife. I don't have an ex-wife, but it sounds fun. The future's right back down. Qs, not so much. Qs look like they're stabilizing. The futures still don't look so hot. Even on my delayed 15-minute delayed chart. Ethan, please don't play with that. It's not a toy. Why don't you want to go build something? You build with Legos or something? You can play with the hose. Just do it outside of the office, okay? No. On Fidelity. Yeah, if you want to, Rob, see if because I'm not sure really what's going on here. 15-minute delay is pretty big when you're only 30 minutes into the trading session. This is a nice opening sequence on the Qs, though. I will say that this isn't bad at all. I don't know why the damn futures are delayed. That's stupid. Oh, it's 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes. Futures delayed by 10 minutes. It's NQ. The NQ. I'm not sure. Actually, I actually have Fidelity. I could probably check it out if I really felt like it. NQ. It's like the .ndx is what they've got. No chart though. Real-time index. That's the index though. Yeah, don't these guys have a these guys have a platform too. I could try that one. Active Trader Pro. Talk to a specialist. Just let me download it. Oh, here we go. For PC or for Mac? Yeah, it figures. Damn it. Redheaded stepchild of the world Linux over here. I gotta get my Windows PC back up. Alright guys, so this is I'm not sure if this is day 1 or this is day 0. This would be day 1. Yeah, I looked it up too, Rob. I appreciate it. Don't worry about it though. Just gonna be what it's gonna be. Yes, this would be a day 1. You're looking for one. Well, it has to be day 4 or after. We're not at day 4 yet. So just more patience here. That's basically all you can do is just be patient with the market at this stage of the game. Don't need to be jumping into positions. Another leg lower could be pretty brutal. We already saw that yesterday with one day, so that one huge day could sustain us for a while, and we can maybe go sideways out of that for a couple of days if we don't start overtaking any highs, including today in terms of yesterday's high. If we don't overtake yesterday's high here, it's a nothing rally, and it's probably just going to roll right over. Probably would be a decent time to get a short in if it doesn't eclipse the high of the day essentially, and that does end up rolling over. I'm going to bounce here in a little bit, guys. So if you guys want to look at anything else, speak up. Otherwise, I gotta get my watch list built back up on TradingView. Yeah, I completely uninstalled Thinkorswim. It was just not tenable for anything really. I couldn't do it. Oh, I was gonna drink Corona. Now you tell me I can't drink Corona? Next year you tell me there's some kind of virus in there. All right, guys. Well, have a good day. Stay safe out there. And I will see you all tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.